is the Metaverse?
Metaverse.
In the Metaverse.
The Metaverse will be the successor. Today, we're going to talk about the Metaverse.
Facebook's new Metaverse is potentially the biggest threat our society has ever seen. Welcome back to the second episode of how the Metaverse is gonna end the world. If you have not watched the first episode yet, you're not going to understand shit. So go watch that first. Honestly, this whole Metaverse thing has a pretty great sales pitch. The ability to be together with anyone, to be able to teleport to anywhere, to be able to create and experience anything. But it is also pretty scary. There are 4 things that I think we need to be very mindful of. Firstly, data. Let's be very honest. Facebook has had a pretty rocky relationship with how it has handled user data in the past. And remember, that's from an era where we were still somewhat separate from our digital selves. But in the case where we become our digital selves, where our profiles are not just a few holiday photos that we choose to share, but literally everything that we do inside the metaverse, we are going to have to put a whole new level of trust into a company that does not exactly reveal how they are using this information. But there is something potentially even scarier than the data problem, and that is, so we are talking about how companies need to be able to create virtual experiences that feel indistinguishable from real ones, right? I mean, on one hand, that is a miracle, but isn't it also a bit alarming? We are already shown only the content we agree with and the content that we want to see. But if you take that concept into the realm of the metaverse, we could completely lose touch with what's actually real and what's fabricated. The metaverse has the power to curate not just your newsfeed but your entire world. Now what that means is, if you hate seeing homeless people, well, your metaverse can just pretend that they do not exist. If you did not think COVID-19 was real, in your version of the metaverse, it would not be. We had actually be surrendering control of our entire sense of reality to other parties whose incentives have nothing to do with our best interest, but just make sure that we see as many adverts as possible. These were all concerns. But do you want to know what my most fundamental fear is about the metaverse? Is that we talk about all the cool things that it will enable for our avatar, that they'll be able to do what they want, look how they want, experience anything they want. But all of this leaves a big question about what happens to us at the end of the day. As incredible as technology is, we are still people, right? We still need to eat healthy. We still need to drink lots of water. We need to work out, meet a life partner, have a family. And I am not convinced that the metaverse is going to help us to continue to do that. I think the metaverse is effectively the next generation of social media, with all the positives and the negatives of these platforms taken to the absolute extreme. You will experience the best immersive shared experiences like never before, but also harassment in a way that feels far closer and far more uncomfortable. Misinformation that's more convincing and activities that are more addictive. The metaverse is being pitched as something that will sit alongside our real lives to complement them. But I cannot see a world where it would not just become our lives. In a world where something of this power exists, you won't just be able to pop off your headset and carry on with your day as normal. The metaverse will feel no more optional than the internet does today. Now you'll need the metaverse to get the required productivity. You will need it for social opportunities because that is where all your friends are. You will need it because relative to your life in the metaverse, your real life would kinda suck. Okay, the last thing I'm going to say about this is that the metaverse is not one thing that at one moment it's not there and then suddenly it is. It's not a question of if we are going to get there or how we are going to get there. The metaverse is actually here. It's now, and it's only going to keep evolving towards what the company Meta is talking about. Just take Fortnite for example. Fortnite started off as a game, but today it is much more than that. It's become a platform in which a whole generation of people hang out. They go shopping, attend concerts, meet new people. The metaverse is not just a Facebook thing. It's the universe that all of these big tech companies together are slowly but surely putting tens of billions of dollars into creating together. Facebook is just the first one to make its part in it official. I think this is an inevitable future. If this does not terrify you, I I do not know what will. The companies who will do this have done nothing to engender trust in their users, and yet they'll be the architects of a new reality. And the even sadder fact is that most of the public will continue to eat all of this up, desperately rushing to fill the void of emptiness and loneliness voraciously. But there is one thing that could ease some of my concerns, and that is if the metaverse was open source, is that to make sure that all of the code of how it is working remains public. So there will be less concerns about your data, less concerns about spying. It will be less about trust us, your personal information is safe. More like, I can see that my personal information is safe. So I think let's wrap this one up. So that's it for this series about how the metaverse can potentially end society as we know it. If you want more of these educational stuff type videos, let me know down below because I love making these. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.